Have you guys watched the video ng isang crew sa isang fast food chain? First time niyang mag-inventory kaya pinabilang siya ng tiles ng kanyang manager. And I think it's normal na magalit lahat ng nakapanood because kahit sa ang anggulo mo siya tingnan, it was not discipline. It was power tripping.
Now, I disagree with this. Para sa akin, magiging power tripping lang yung ipapagawa sa'yo if there was never a lesson to begin with na mapupulot mo doon sa ipapagawa sa'yo. Kasi marami sa isang student or apprentice-master relationship, kadalasan yung tingin nila sa pinapagawa ng mga master, power tripping, pang-abuso. But they fail to always get the lesson behind the action. Even though kahit walang-wala kang maipiga doon, it's because the student lacks the wisdom of the master. Well, this is Pinoy Extreme na pag-uusapan natin ngayon, yung mental health, traumas, and life lesson. Well, this is Pinoy Extreme. Let's do this.
This is Pinoy Extreme.
Pero ayun na nga, someone said, ako nga pinagbilang ng diced onion and I turned out okay. When someone died by suicide, anong sabi nung isa? Sa panahon namin, wala namang mental health. And very recently, posted on November 4th, the same day Bagyong Tino crushed the lives of many. An attorney proudly posted, natapos ko ang elementary at high school kahit minsan walang suspension ng classes dahil umuulan. Ngayon, abogado na ako. What do they all have in common? Mga taong hindi makausad, ginawang identity ang pagdurusa. Mga taong takot malamangan. As if it's a competition of who suffered the most.
It's not a competition of who suffered the most. But what they are saying is that you could learn from the suffering that you are trying to avoid. Marami kasi sa mga bagong generations ngayon, well, millennials up to Gen Zs, they do not confront discomfort. They dislike discomfort. And ang ending nun, hindi sila natututo doon sa discomfort at nananatili sila doon sa komportableng estado ng buhay nila, thus preventing growth. It's very rare that growth comes in a comfortable moment. It's always when you lose, it's always when you fail, it's always when you are down. Now, sa sobrang pag-equate natin sa mental health na dapat komportable lang ang mga tao, dinidisregard na natin yung positive things na dinadala ng challenges, ng uncomfortable state, ng failure, and thus, hindi na tayo nag-grow sa mga sarili natin. Yes, I disagree with maybe what the attorney has said na dapat pumasok ang mga bata lalo na pag may bagyo. Because that might be dangerous. Okay? But maybe he meant a different thing about that. And what we need to get from their statement is the lesson. Para yun yung ma-replicate natin. Hindi naman natin kailangang sundin verbatim yung sinasabi nila. But we need to squeeze the lesson out of what they are telling us.
They have glorified endurance so much that they started mistaking it for growth. They have normalized struggle to the point that they are invalidating pain that doesn't look like theirs.
They are not invalidating the pain. They are recognizing the same pain that are being experienced by the next generations, and they are trying to convey na, hey, kailangan mong tatagan yung loob mo because during the hard times, you will gain something. And that's where growth will come from. You are not suggesting that they go through pain, but what you are suggesting, or what we are suggesting here, is that you can learn something from pain. Because if you don't learn anything from failure, from pain, from mistakes, then the same thing will run over and over again, and it will be a cycle, and you will be clueless as to why it is happening to you. Because right now, the generations are not learning anything from the past. They dislike the past so much, that's why they throw the advice of the previous generations, thinking that they can resolve the problem or the same problem that they are experiencing right now with whatever new knowledge that they have. And that maybe has some point or merit on its own, but it is not all of it. Kailangan pa rin nilang magkaroon ng wisdom ng matatanda or ng past generations as to how they can deal with it. Because para sa mga matatanda, na-deal nila yun before pa. And anong masama na mag-suggest sila ng kung paano nila na-deal yung ganong problema, because right now, I do not see the Gen Zs doing any better when it comes to mental health. Kung kailan dumami yung advocates ng mental health, doon din dumami yung kaso. What does that tell you? And take note, hindi lang yung mga previous generations yung kumukuha nung identity ng pain, kundi pati yung newer generations, ginagawa na ring identity yung mental health, because doon sa mental health issue na yan, nagkakaroon sila ng benefit para maging mahina. Para makakuha ng benefit and have other people follow their bidding, their wishes, and walk in eggshells para lang maging masarap or komportable yung buhay nila. They do not care about the other people that they are affecting because of their mental health. Ang importante lang sa kanila is to feel good. Maging kawawa, maging mahina. They never really wanted to be stronger. Kaya nga, ang identity na nila ngayon, or ang madalas nilang pinuput forward kung bakit ganun sila umakto, dahil may mental health sila. At kailangan lang nilang intindihin, or kailangan silang intindihin nung ibang tao at gawin kung ano yung masarap sa pakiramdam nila. Yan ang hindi inaamin ng mga bagong generations ngayon. Because again, to go against mental health these days is going to be a taboo, and there's a huge chance na makancel ka over the internet for talking against people who are making the mental health issue their identity.
They wear trauma like it's an armor, then call everyone else weak for refusing to bleed the same way they did. Masyado nyo pong kinumbinsi ang mga sarili nyo that pain builds character, when in truth, it builds walls.
Yes, pain builds character. Once you learn how to manage pain and get the lesson out of that pain, para hindi ka na mapunta doon sa same situation na painful, then guess what? You've learned something from your trauma. Ang madalas kasing ginagawa ng mga bagong generations ngayon, instead of pulling the lesson out of the trauma, they keep on pulling the emotions behind the trauma. Kaya ang ending, ang parati nilang binabalik-balikan yung emotions ng trauma na yon, and yung mga tao sa paligid nila yung kailangan mag-comfort sa kanila. And do you know how tiring that is? Do you know how tiring to hear a person keep on saying, hey, you need to understand me. Kailangan mo intindihin because I have this mental health issue, blah, 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 blah. As if other people are not having their own battles.
Walls that make you harder, colder, and sadly, it made you proud of the very wounds that should have taught you better.
Yeah, why won't you be proud of your battle scars? Diba? You should be proud of them. Those are the remembrance that during the time that you are going through something hard, you made it. Yan nga kasi yung problema sa mga bagong generations ngayon. Ang hinuhugot nila doon sa trauma nila is not the lesson but the emotions behind it. And then again, kanino nila ipauubaya yung pag-deal doon sa emotions na yun? Sa ibang tao, sa pamilya nila, sa mga kaibigan nila, sa partner nila, sa jowa nila, sa asawa nila. And again, as if those people are not going through some battles on their own. Diba?
And now that I'm voicing this out, for sure, someone's gonna say that I am just tolerating the kaartihan of this generation. No, sir. I was born in the 90s. Let me do it your way. Ako nga tinuruan akong magtiis growing up na laging sumunod and to never talk back even when it hurt.
Well, this is Stroman. I am not claiming that you should not talk back even though it hurts. But when you talk back and the other person replies, what you should be doing is to understand both sides. Hindi lang yung emotions nung mga may mental health yung mahalaga, kundi pati na yung ibang tao na naaapektuhan na doon sa pagkakaroon nila ng mental health. Gets?
Along the way, I learned something they did not teach us back then. That not everything we survived was right. That strength isn't about repeating what broke us. It's about recognizing which parts are worth keeping and which ones were never meant to be passed on. Hindi po ito pasahan ng generational trauma. Pwede nating dalhin ang mga magagandang aral, but we can leave the fear, yelling, and control behind. Because growth doesn't mean forgetting where we came from. It means refusing to carry the parts that shouldn't come with us. 2025 na po. The world has moved forward. Sure, we can learn from your experience, pero hindi ibig sabihin nun na kailangan din nilang maranasan yun. Kung pinakain ka ba ng tae before and it taught you to be strong, papakainin mo rin ng tae yung anak mo para maging matatag? Diba? You don't fix a broken system by saying, ako nga kinaya ko.
You know what? You are not really passing the generational trauma. Okay? But, as much as we don't like to pass it, life will find a way to give you the same challenges that the previous generations experience. It's not that we like to pass it on, but what we are saying is you will experience the same trauma, the same hardships, the same challenges. What we are just saying is that you prepare for it by being sturdy, by being capable, by being resilient. And you are not going to be able to be those things nang nag-iinarte kayo dahil lang sa tinuturuan kayo ng lesson or pinaparealize sa inyo ng previous generations that this is how you handle it. You can handle it in a different way, but you should learn when it is not working. And therefore, if it's not working, then what you can do is you can apply what have worked before, which is yung sa mga previous generations. It's fine. 'Di ba? Kumuha kayo ng bagong method. Pero, pag hindi na gumagana, wala kayong ibang dapat sisihin. 'Di ba? Kailangan nyo lang ma-realize that you should be changing your methods too. Because kahit paulit-ulit mong gawin yan, kung hindi nga nag-work, walang ibang magiging resulta yan at paulit-ulit lang rin yung makukuha mo. Gets? Well, this is Pinoy Extreme. Have a good day.